Hey everyone, welcome to episode 14 of Maya 1 to 72 using the unofficial community patch version 4.0 in Borderlands 2. We are continuing right where we left off in the last episode, and that is we just defeated Mad Mike in the Bloodshot stronghold, and we're going to continue pushing forward. We're also going to try out our new sniper rifle here that we just picked up. It does some good damage. Let's see what damage we get here. 889, that's not too bad. It's not quite enough to one-shot some of the stronger enemies in here, but that did a good chunk of damage on that torturer. Alright, so we can... see if we can get this guy to lift his shield here. Looks like he does not want to do that. There we go. This guy is shielded, so we'll use our Rakel. Alright, so this sniper rifle is doing great. Now we have another shielded guy here. So those guys don't really stand a chance when you do that. I think our Rakel will actually let us destroy this single wall because of the splash damage. Maybe not. There we go. Now we don't have... we'll still go into that room up there because there's a badass spawn that I want to get, but we can get to this stuff a bit quicker. Alright. Woeful Gorilla. Lob Grenade. So... no, that's a Snider. That is... so there's a lot of red arrows there, but a Snider does quite a bit of damage. I'm very tempted to pick that up. Yeah, I'll pick it up, but I'm not sure if I'm going to switch off the Rakel. The Rakel is a really good weapon. The one thing I'm definitely going to do here is I'm going to reload our Hyperion sniper rifle. We got another little chest here. Don't need that. I'm not, like I said in previous episodes, I believe I said this anyway, I'm not a huge fan of rocket launchers, especially at this difficulty. I might occasionally pull one out to destroy an enemy that's just a huge pain in the ass. But for the most part, I don't really use rocket launchers. Yeah, I figured we were going to get a Nomad. Throw this at him to get him to raise his shield. Yes, there we go. That's what I wanted.
Well, that was something.
So despite their massive shields, there are several ways to take care of them. Whether it's rushing them in melee and getting them to raise their shield, or just throwing a grenade at them. Do enough damage to them that's going to knock them off guard, and then you can just take them out. Alright, so it looks like we're good on ammo here, so I don't need to keep opening all of these until we kill some more guys.
Critical.
Terrible shot.
Better run!
This guy's a little bit too close for comfort. Oh yeah, this fire rate is great on this.
Kill that one! You're not ready for me!
Another clean kill.
I'm holding down the trigger now, and there are some enemies that this is going to one-shot, and I'm going to end up wasting ammo. Get this guy in midair. That was completely unnecessary, but I like capturing guys when they're jumping. Oh yeah, the stabilizer on this is fantastic.
Give me your give it up!
Oh, that was cool. Actually finished that guy off outside of our scope. So I have to say I'm really liking the buff to Hyperion snipers in the unofficial community patch. I think the increased fire rate just made them very, very good. Their damage still has nothing on Jacobs, and even Sniders or Maliwans, but the increased fire rate and the stabilizers means you can really hit critical hits very easily with them. And their damage isn't too bad.
Unexpected.
We're doing respectable damage to these enemies. I'm just gonna wait for this guy to stop moving and hopefully stick his head out. Oh, he survived.
That was messy.
So we'll just go up and finish this guy with our doll here, SMG. Alright, so I mean, if that wasn't rubberized, I would really pick that up. For those who don't know what rubberized does, let me give a little demonstration here. It bounces its way to wherever you throw it. I don't want to say its target because it doesn't have a homing device on it. And it will just bounce around for a while or until it hits something, and enemies actually have it built into their AI to avoid that very easily. So we're not going to use that. We're going to go back to our lob bonus package, even though I've been terrible with the lobs. Get some more ammo. Can probably re-equip our blaster.
Somebody stop that slagging from springing Roland! We lose him!
Unexpected.
Alright. So we took care of those 3 enemies easily, and now we will do a little bit of chest finding here. I was going to say chest farming, but we definitely won't be farming this chest. So here's chest number 1. Ugh, that is a terrible cat class mod. The damage boost is very low at this point in the game. Fortunately, once we get to max level, we can get some really powerful cat class mods that give a boost of above 130% instead of that paltry 27% that one gave. Alright, so we're going to open all those doors. We're going to discover that. And we're going to head down and open the big doll red chest, which hopefully will have some good loot for us. Go ahead and open all these while our chest is opening, and what do we get? I do not like doll sniper rifles, so we're not going to deal with that.
That is lovely.
That is a good weapon. It's not an unkempt herald, but it is double penetrating, it is purple, and it does a lot of damage. Huh. I guess we'll replace that. I don't know how much I'm going to use this weapon, but you gotta imagine if both pellets hit on each shot, it's going to do some really good damage. Alright, so here's Roland.
Vault
For those who didn't know, that's what we were working toward here.
Hell of a job fighting through those bloodshots. This'll just take a second.
Alright, so Roland here is going to easily dispatch of these robots. He has to be pretty physically strong if he's able to rip off their limbs, considering, you know, they're made of all kinds of different metals. Either that or Hyperion robots are just really flimsy.
Well,
Alright.
now let's see about getting out of here.
We'll do the teabag dance here while we wait for this event to finish. Roland is currently being captured by a constructor.
Let go of me, damn it!
That's how Handsome Jack pays ransoms.
Now we just have to wait for this explosive loader to blow the door open for us, and we'll insult him by going the other way. Alright, so we're probably going to primarily focus on using this sniper rifle to take these guys out. Oh god. Alright, we got him. Well, at least I'm not saying whoops anymore when I miss my crits. I was going for his little AI core there, but I ended up getting the hinge of his arm. Crit's a crit. There are a bunch of enemies in this next room, so we can throw our lob bonus package and get a decent effect. Where's your head at? Couldn't see his head there, but I think I got it. Ooh, got a one shot on him. I'm not good at hitting this guy. Alright. We are easily dispatching of these robots.
Interesting reaction.
Alright. So we have now cleared the inner part of the Bloodshot stronghold. Now we're going to go to the outer part. Looks like we have a little over 10 minutes to get this done. I don't know how far we're going to make it, but we might finish it in this video. As we can see, there's a very large shrine of Marcus out here. Several large shrines of Marcus. The bandits have a bit of a love affair with Marcus because of his wares.
Hyperion took Roland.
Witch class mod. I wonder if that's still bugged. There's a bug in the vanilla game where I believe the corrosion damage bonus does not work. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I've heard many times that it is not working properly. Something about that mod is not working properly. I think it would actually be a pretty decent mod for dealing with loaders if it worked. I don't think we've picked up a corrosive weapon yet, so not like it would help us even if it did work. Let's see what he dropped here. Angry rifle. Nothing we need, the damage is low. And this combat theme we have going in the background here is one of my favorite in Borderlands 2. I remember the first time I heard this and I was like, wow, this is one badass soundtrack. And I'm referring to the in-combat one, not this one that's kind of passive. This one's a little bit boring. Alright. Looks like a loader's gonna go ahead and bring himself to us here. We don't have to go to him. Alright, so I destroyed that before he could blow up, so I got some XP there. Oh. Alright. Oh, another one? Come on. Alright, took care of him. Got rid of that explode loader chain. Maybe I should take this time to discuss the different types of loaders we'll be fighting here. So, at this early point in the game, or I should say maybe almost halfway through, we're only going to be fighting pretty much gun loaders and explosion loaders. You can tell what they are by the 3 letters in the front of their name. That's an explosive loader. Those guys are suicide bots. They will come at you and try to explode to kill you. They can do some serious damage if they explode right in front of you. And for those who didn't know about this chest, as you can see, I picked that up.
I'm still waiting for a response from Hyperion.
An assassin. Huh. Nothing too great there. So continuing on after the explosive loader, we have the gun loader, which is basically just one of the weakest loaders in Jack's arsenal. They just have an assault rifle equipped, and they're very easy to kill. They have, I believe, 5 critical spots on them. Their arm hinges, their leg hinges down there, and then their eyeball. So you can see we can get a couple of crits here. Let's see if I can get his leg hinge. There we go. Shoot their leg hinge, and it knocks them off their feet. But I always like to focus on their arm that is holding their assault rifle, because then they can't shoot us. Most, if not all, of loaders have the ability to shoot a shock attack from their little eyeball there. These guys typically aren't going to use it as long as we don't shoot their arms off. Let's see if we can take out some guys here while this guy is busy killing a bandit. Alright, level 15. We'll kill these bandits first before we allocate that skill point. Now we have that double damage on us again. It's just making it very easy to clear through these guys. No, I don't think I'm going to take Helios by getting the boost. I'm just going to finish up Flicker, and then next level we'll get the awesome Cloud Kill. Cloud Kill used to be a very, very bad ability and was a complete waste of a skill point. But in the patch that buffed the legendary drop rates that came out, I believe, early in 2016, they buffed it by a very significant amount. It now scales so well that it actually does good damage into Ultimate Vault Hunter mode and can dispatch of loaders very easily. In a lot of cases, you can almost get away with not using a corrosive weapon on Maya because of how good it is. There we go. So we're doing pretty good here. Now we got a badass loader, which I probably shouldn't have put up that far away. Oh, this was bad. Ooh. So this Torg gun here that we picked up, very powerful, but it shoots very slowly.
Great.
Oh yeah. Good damage though. Very good damage. Took out that badass pretty well. Huh. Nah. Where are you at? This has a high enough fire rate that we can easily take out these surveyors. Surveyor bots, as it says in their name, actually repair other loaders. They're also extremely annoying as they fly around like racks. And they use a shock attack on you if they opt to attack you instead of repairing. The badass ones actually have a shock attack that fires multiple rounds. It can be very damaging and will probably take out your shield easily. The good news is surveyors have very low health, like racks. And this guy here is just glitched out. He's not going to do anything until we kill him. Kill another surveyor. Comes this one. Fortunately, surveyors typically will have a predictable AI pattern. When they're focused on you, they will eventually fly straight at you, and that makes them pretty easy to kill. But when they're flying around in a bunch of different directions, they can be a huge pain in the ass. For those who are wondering why some of these gun loaders are all red, that is actually bandit blood on them. I remember when I first played the game, excuse me there, throat got a little itch. When I first played the game, I actually thought those red gun loaders were like an alternate skin, but it was them going into these buildings and murdering bandits that we don't actually see. We do see some of it as we're progressing through here, but the majority of them come out of these little huts. Let's reload our sniper rifle and take this guy out. Pick up our iridium here. The automatic pickup of iridium is a great change in this patch. I know I've said it before, but I just wanted to reiterate. If no other reason, just being able to automatically pick up iridium is really helpful. Alright. Who do we want to kill next? We'll kill this guy next. Take those two surveyors out. So nothing has really been too threatening to us so far, as we're fighting pretty much the easiest of Handsome Jack's loaders in his arsenal. As we progress through the game, we will fight much more powerful ones. Oh no! I walked right into that. Fortunately, I was able to get out of the explosion. Only my shield took some damage there. One thing to note about enemies that explode on top of you, whether they're suicide psychos or explosion loaders, typically in all difficulties their explosion is enough to take you down to health gate or kill you in one shot, so it's good to avoid them or kill them quickly. Even in normal mode, which is very easy, their damage is very high. And for this guy, we'll use our action skill for the fun of it. Actually makes it harder to crit there because their hinges get sucked in a bit.
Whoa.
Let's see what we got here. Nothing too good, nothing that'll help us with the warden coming up here. One of the things I really like about this warden event is that if you fail to kill the warden fast enough, it actually takes Roland to an area in the dust called the Friendship Gulag. Hyperion Friendship Gulag. That's actually something that I would like to see more of in Borderlands 3, where if you fail an important event or something, rather than just respawning or having to restart, it actually takes you to an alternate path in the game. It would obviously take a lot more time to develop and it would make the game more expensive to make, but I think it would be worth it and make the game more dynamic. Alright, so we're just going to shoot this guy from back here. We've got a big enough magazine size that we're probably going to get through his shield. There we go. So once we get through Warden's shield, it's very easy to defeat. Hopefully there's some sniper rifle ammo around here. Alright, we got some ammo. 28 shots should be enough for this little event we have to do here. And also, we'll use Roland's turret here to regenerate our ammo. Not entirely sure if that's something that Roland's turret did in Borderlands 1, but it's very useful here. Unfortunately, his turret only happens in, I believe, 2 areas of the game, so that's not something we can rely on. think I can get his hinges, so we're just going to use that for crowd control. Alright. So that event was not bad at all. Didn't even have to use my action skill that much. We're very successfully going through this playthrough.
Meet me back at Sanctuary. I got a plan to stop Jack, but it won't work without you.
Alright, so what we're going to do
You
here
saved Roland. This planet's been
is we're going to
waiting
loot
for
this
a
big
hero.
chest here.
Goodness, Jack didn't send Wilhelm.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Just a couple of greens, nothing too special. I do not like doll SMGs other than the Let's Go. And of course the Sandhawk. How could I forget the Sandhawk? Now there's another chest over here that's kind of a pain to get to, and it's not a big one, but I'm going to try and get it. There we go. Okay, let's go back to Sanctuary with Roland. I believe that's where we will wrap up this video, as we have run out of time. Okay guys, as always, thank you very much for watching this episode, and when we get to episode, I believe it's 15, we will talk to Roland and continue on with the main story. Thanks for watching.